folks. I see all you guys in the comments section. If you want your comments featured on air, use that super chat. It's that money icon right by the chat box, and we'll bring your comment or question up live on air and discuss it.
If you want to talk about something you should seriously, strongly consider, you should strongly consider using the super chat. We'll bring that comment up on air and give you a name drop.
So let's move now to the Lakers, and with Brook Lopez leaving to go to the Bucks, their big man options are now JaVale McGee, Zubac, Mo Wagner, and Kyle Kuzma.
I see
unless you want to play LeBron or Ingram or someone of that ilk at the 4, which isn't going to work enough. They need another big Harris.
I see 4 guys on here that are very good one-way players. JaVale McGee is a good one-way defensive big man. Zubac is not really that good in general. Wagner is a good one-way big man, as is Kuzma. So, look, they need someone down low. They need a two-way guy, someone that can just come off the bench and give you some good minutes. Or even, do you know what else this team I think needs? I know they already have JaVale McGee. I think someone like an Ekpe Udoh would have been perfect for this team. Just someone like a real, true defensive center, a real rim protector that can lock it down low. They don't really have that guy. I know they have JaVale McGee, but I don't really trust JaVale McGee at anything more than 17 minutes a game.
We're going to take you through 5 players here the Lakers could sign. We'll start with one that they're not going to sign, Clint Capela. But I figured we were going to get comments on this one, so I just wanted to make note that, it'd be great. The Lakers don't have the money.
You know what? I really want someone to screw over the Rockets. I really want someone to screw them over and to give Clint Capela a massive, massive offer sheet just so the Rockets have to match it or lose Clint Capela. You can make an argument so far, and I'll mention this when we go over our winners and losers, that the Rockets have lost 2 of their 7 or 8 best players already this offseason and still possibly stand to lose Clint Capela. I can't believe that we are sitting. It is July 10th. Most restricted free agents have started to figure things out, and the Rockets and Clint Capela just can't get anything figured out. Like, just get it done. I don't know why they're doing this whole song and dance. Get it done.
All right, on to some players that could make a little bit more sense. Brandan Wright up next here. The knee injury is the reason why he ranks 4th, but he's been a decent backup bench big for quite some time.
Do you know what else he is that's quite good? He's a very good pick-and-roll center, and that is very important on this Lakers team that is going to run a lot of pick-and-roll. Brandan Wright, when he was with the Mavericks, was one of the best pick-and-roll guys in the NBA. And then over the past couple of years with injuries and just different roles, he obviously hasn't been able to keep up with that. But he can do whatever you need him to do in the pick-and-roll, and he'd be a good fit, I think, coming off the bench and replacing someone like a JaVale McGee. I think he'd also also play really well on the ball with the likes of Kyle Kuzma as well. So Brandan Wright will give you a decent two-way guy, and also, like I said, that pick-and-roll is super important in this Lakers team.
All right, so he checks in there at number 4, maybe not the most likely option if that's the route the Lakers want to go. Next up, one of Harris's all-time favorite players, Jahlil Okafor.
Jahlil Okafor.
I say that with biting sarcasm.
Oh, man, he is so bad. I called him being bad when he first got drafted because the dude can't move. He's slow feet. His feet move like they're molasses. And I think we saw last year the Nets weren't his last chance per se, but the Nets in a lot of ways were pretty close to
his last best chance.
It was the NBA's message of saying, hey, figure it out this year or you may never come back. I would not be surprised if Jahlil Okafor has to spend a little time in the G League or go international to remake his career, but this dude is a mess. And
here's the issue with Jahlil is that he doesn't bring anything for you on defense.
Or offense.
So why would you sacrifice minutes for a guy like a Wagner to play Okafor?
Maybe he can give you right now a little bit of scoring around the rim, but he is so bad on defense and he is so slow on both sides of the ball that you stand more to gain by having him on the bench than you do on the floor. The split numbers that the Nets had when he was on and off the bench last year were outrageous. They were so much better when he wasn't on the court.
I think this is indicative of the current center market that Okafor is number 3. 2.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the center market right now is completely abysmal. And I'm still stunned that the Lakers didn't bring back Brook Lopez. I don't know what did they stand to lose by bringing back a guy who wanted to be there and put up good scoring at the center spot? I don't really understand why they didn't bring him back.
All right, 2 more guys that I think make much more sense for LA. How about Greg Monroe? There are not many centers left. I think Monroe is among the best, even though Boston basically benched him in the playoffs.
He was a disaster in the playoffs because he's just so slow. He just can't move on defense. He can't do anything on the defensive side of the ball. Now, he's a good rebounder, and he can give you some good points here and there off the bench. Maybe you play him 8 to 10 minutes a game. He can get you 4 and 3 a night in terms of points and rebounds. But look, Greg Monroe, I got a good first look at him last year to really see what he can do on a basketball court with a good team. And he was a pretty big bust with the Celtics. They were pretty excited about bringing him in. They used one of their mid-level exceptions on him to really have a nice push into the playoffs, and he did nothing. He had all the opportunity in the world in the playoffs to make an impact. He could have been their second big man off the bench with Daniel Tice going down, and he just did absolutely nothing.
Celtics didn't like him on the floor. They wanted to go with more guard lineups. As I said, they went very, very small in the playoffs. But I think Monroe with L.A., he could be a more back-to-the-basket offensive big, which something L.A. doesn't truly have right now.
He could be good if they want to slow down the pace a little bit, and I think we've seen, a lot of LeBron's teams have never really been fast in terms of overall pace of play, but it sounds like the Lakers want to play really, really fast this year, and we'll see how that works with LeBron. But as of right now, Greg Monroe, I wonder what fit. I think he'll be another midseason pickup for a team. I'm not sure if anyone's going to give him a straightaway free agency deal right now.
All right, so Monroe there checks in at number 2. Let us know in the comment section if you think L.A. should bring in Monroe. Alex Len is up next here, and I think this makes the most sense. He's got the size you want. He's a good rebounder. He's not a disaster defense or offensively. Necessarily, he's not a peak guy. He's not the number 5 guy or number 5 overall pick type player, but he can do enough for you that it does make sense.
As Jalen Rose once said, if you are 7'1", can walk, talk, and chew bubblegum, there is a job for you in the NBA, and that is Alex Len, who is also 7'1", mind you, so that analogy is perfect. He'd be a good fit on this Lakers team. He'll be a cheap option. He can come in, dispel JaVale McGee, play a little defense, get a little rebounding, just to have some overall more size on this team. I mean, JaVale McGee is the tallest guy on this team right now. Kuzma, he does have good height, but I don't really trust his physicality around the basket quite yet in terms of rebounding. Ingram, again, he's going to be playing too far away from the basket, and I'm not a huge Ivica Zubac guy. So I think Len would be a good call if you want to counter him with JaVale McGee. They don't have any other defensive center or any other defensive big man on this team right now. So I think Len would be a good call.
They need one more size guy.
Do.
And we'll get to the debate whether LA should even have interest in bringing in a center. But I think Alex Len makes perfect sense for LA. He has the size you want, and I think it's a low-risk, high-reward type signing. If he signs for a one-year deal, he'll be cheap. If he's great, perfect. You got a good center. And if he sucks, well, then you just say, okay, goodbye.
Yeah, and then you just get rid of him. I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of got a similar deal to what Elfrid Payton got with the Pelicans.
I like that
just something really, really small, like kind of the veteran minimum, but for a younger player. He just never really turned into anything. He ended up being too slow, too sluggish, never really had a refined game, but he can rebound, and that's always important in the NBA. Again, being 7'1" in the NBA will always get you a job. It just you don't find that size. That size doesn't grow on trees, though I guess trees can be 7'1".
Yeah, so that one did make sense. Nice try. Anyway,
I tried.
Comment here coming in from Vern Thomas of Facebook says he thinks they should get Jabari Parker, not a center, but he's good. I know that you like Parker.
I'm a huge Jabari Parker
Here's
guy.
The issue.
He wouldn't fit.
You can't sign a one-year deal to a restricted free agent.
Nope.
LA is not going to sacrifice their future cap space for Jabari Parker.
Nope.
So player talent-wise, yes, but fit and actual reality doesn't make sense.
And they also have 2 players, both younger and cheaper, at that position already in Mo Wagner and Kyle Kuzma. I love Jabari Parker. I'm stunned that he hasn't found a home yet, but the Lakers are not the place for him.
All right, so to recap those 5 centers, the Lakers could sign Alex Len, Greg Monroe, Jahlil Okafor, Brandan Wright, and Clint Capela, who's not really an option, but we just wanted to make note of it because we're sure we were going to get some comments. Overall, not a good free agent market out there for the Lakers, especially with Brook Lopez no longer available.
Which is why it didn't make sense that they didn't bring him back. I don't understand why. I still don't get why Brook Lopez wasn't brought back to this team. He wanted to be back, and they signed $4.5 million with the Bucks. You couldn't give that to him to keep him here? I don't get it.